If you think about when you first moved into wherever it is that you live now, there was probably very little to no atmosphere. It was probably just an empty shell of a place waiting to be filled by you, your family, and whoever else you share your space with. And if you really think about it, the atmosphere of our home is really made up of many of the things that we do on a regular day-to-day basis. But with a few simple techniques and some creative adjustments, we could positively impact the energy in our home and make it a wonderful place to be. And it'll not only impact the character of your home, but benefit the relationships within it as well. So let's get started. If you want to see a mood shift in a home quickly, just get 2 or 3 people that need to leave in the morning at the same time and they can't find their shoes, their phone, or their keys. It creates a lot of conflict and frustration in a very short amount of time. So if we have a place to put things and we can eliminate some of those stumbling blocks in our day to make things go a lot more smoothly, that is a wonderful thing to implement to create a nicer atmosphere in the home. Declutter your space regularly. When our homes are reasonably organized, it just helps things go a lot smoother and it goes a long way to creating a more positive energy in our home. But having a place to put everything so that daily tasks are easier just makes things go so much better. It doesn't mean that you have to have a capsule wardrobe if that's not what you want, and it doesn't mean that your home has to look perfect all the time. And for most of us, this is an ongoing process. Papers coming into the house all the time need to get dealt with. Little odds and ends creep in, so we need to make an effort to stay on top of it as best we can. You don't need to aim for perfection, just aim for functionality and improvement to make your daily tasks go a lot more smoothly. Another key component to creating a good atmosphere in your home is be aware of what you're letting in, because whatever we focus on expands. So be mindful. What type of music are you listening to? What are you watching on TV? What are you reading? Because whatever themes those things entail, I guarantee you will grow and permeate your life and your home. So try to focus on things that open you up, that lift you up, that encourage you to grow and inspire you to improve, things that bring out the best version of yourself. You'll see the most beautiful changes come from this. Another thing to remember is you have tremendous influence on the mood and atmosphere of your home. You have the power to either bring a positive or a negative influence to it. Sometimes we put our homes into upset and upheaval just through our own attitudes, and it's not that we mean to necessarily, but sometimes we have bad days and it just happens. Sometimes though it is intentional, and it usually happens during those times where we feel stretched to the limit and overwhelmed, and we just feel like saying, I can't handle this anymore, I just can't do this right now. But this type of thing happens to everyone, and it's okay, because we all have bad days, we all have bad moments, and life, let's face it, isn't easy all of the time. But there is something to be said for being intentional in our home life, watching our words, watching our actions, being aware of our thoughts and how they're impacting our behavior. All of these things can be a huge factor in changing the energy in our home, because whether we realize it or not, we all carry an atmosphere and an energy about us. And it's good to be cognizant of it and aware of it so that we can nurture ourselves to the best of our ability so that we can be the best we can be. Take care of yourself like you have value, because if you do this, you'll make better life decisions and you'll positively impact the people you share your space with or others that you interact with on a daily basis. When we take care of ourselves well and are cognizant of what is happening with ourselves emotionally through our thoughts, our actions, and words, it makes our corner of the world a little bit better. You're in a better position to set an example and be the reason that somebody feels heard, seen, and valued. If you like to add beautiful things to your home to uplift it physically, absolutely do it. Add vintage furniture if that's your thing, or light candles at dinner because it can elevate even the most simple meal into something special. Paint your walls the colors you like because we're all drawn to different styles and colors that uplift us and bring us joy. So to the best of your ability, go for it. But at the end of the day, there's no need to feel like you need to impress anyone. Just make a space that works for you, that functions well, that's full of character and soul, and anyone who enters into your space will feel welcome and loved and cared for. Next, bring nature indoors. Houseplants, flowers, and greenery make a big difference to how a home and a space feels. Having houseplants around makes a space feel more serene. It cleans up pollutants in the air, makes the air quality better, and releases oxygen into our space, which is a wonderful thing. Plants work with all different kinds of decor styles, and depending on how much light you have coming into your space, if you do a little bit of research, you can find which plants will do well in the light conditions that you have. And if you put them all around, it'll give your home a really nice natural feel. I have different plants and flowers that bloom at different times, and I always like to trim them and bring them inside because it just makes everything so cheery. Spend some time praying over your home. Pray for it to be filled with peace, contentment, and wisdom. Pray for the people who inhabit your home as well, and be grateful for the things that are going well. This is a small step to take, but extraordinary things can come from it. And it helps change your mood as well, because it's very difficult to be grumpy and grateful at the same time. Our sense of smell is closely linked to our memory and our emotions, so it can be a very effective way to change the mood in our home. And different scents can create different atmospheres. So for example, the smell of cookies baking or coffee or cinnamon are all very warm scents and can evoke a very cozy feel. Whereas scents like lavender and peppermint are more clean and it can create a refreshing feel in the home. Whatever your preference is, it will enhance the atmosphere of your space and help you relax and unwind. As some of you know, I have one of these diffusers where you put the candle in the bottom and some water and essential oils in the top for an air freshener. And the scent combination I've really been enjoying lately are these two mixed together, and it's peppermint and eucalyptus. And I just put in 3 drops of each, and it smells like the spa. It is such a beautiful, fresh scent. Even if it's cool and crisp outside, open up your windows wide and let the fresh air move through your space. There is nothing like fresh air moving through our home to make everything just feel livened up and revitalized and refreshed. And if you can't, for whatever reason, open up windows, maybe due to allergies or whatever, pull back the curtains and let in as much sunlight as you can, because lots of natural light can help us feel brighter and more chipper. I sure do appreciate you choosing to spend a little bit of your day with me today. Thank you so much, everyone. You take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.